Welcome back, guys. Today's video is full defensive guide. You'll learn everything about defense, and I promise you after this video, you'll become good at defending in Efootball 24. First thing you should do is get a good play style and formation you like and works for you. Next thing is you should have a 4-defender formation. Warning, this may not work for other play styles. Back to the video, you should have a 4-defender formation. And you can't forget the goalkeeper. That's the most important key of the team. I use a Courtois 100 overall. If you want to see my defenders detail, I'll play them now. If you don't want to see them, you can skip these training parts. We finished with Hernandez. Now let's move to Costa Curta. Now Gavardiol, let's see his training. And finally, Marquinhos. If you want more eFootball content, let me know in the comment section. And if you want more defense and want to become good at defending, then you should add a DMF player. Now let's get into some gameplay. When I play a game and it comes to controlling my center backs, I always stay back and be patient. When it comes to corner kicks, using passing and through pass as your way to defend is good for quick counterplay, style, and formation, but that may not work for others. I'll explain later in the video. When you're defending, the worst situation you can be in is when your opponent has a direct shot path and no one is in front of him. Tip 8, a way to counter baseline attacks is stay patient, because it's super difficult to score unless they are great lobbers or curlers. Tip 9, a way to defend 360 joystick players is to bring a second defender or trap them while they're trying to shake you off. Free kicks from far distance are of course easy to defend, but the ones closer are a bit hard to defend if your opponent is good at them. You never know until he makes them. Next tips is baiting your opponent. Sometimes you should retreat and then attack, or attack then back off. Play with your opponent mind. I usually stay back then. Aggressive pursuit. When training your defenders, always have high stamina and speed. If an attacker breaks through the defense, your defenders can catch up with ease if they got high stamina and speed. Next tips. When you miss a shot for a goal, or the goalkeeper high pitches the ball, after the header is taken, you should always retreat your defenders, because if not, it will create chaos and your opponent might score. Tip 14, experience is key, and I recommend playing lots of online or my league games. Even if you have bad internet connections, this will help you understand defensive rotation and what to do when opponent passes the ball and what areas to defend when opponent is attacking. Tip 15, learn to be aggressive sometimes and not all the times. This will help you get more possession. To do this, I usually be controlling the midfielders or attackers. For this, you have to have experience. It can end badly. But when I usually do is when the opponent does a through pass, then I would pressure up and get the ball of the opponent. Next tips. You should know or have a defensive strategy after losing the ball when attacking. For me, and what works for me is I tend to trap. That's when I control the back defender and have one of my DMF or midfielder applying pressure and aggressive pursuit the player with the ball. Next, when you face this type of situation, your main priority is cut the pass. Your main priority is getting in front and making a deflection or clear ball. Finesse or curl shots are difficult to hit from here because bro is past that, and it will become nearly impossible to hit. Worst thing you can do is go slide tackling and apply pressure to your opponent, recklessly understand what they're trying to do and where they're trying to pass to. For example, don't do what I'm doing here. Tip 19. If your opponent gets the ball to his player successfully, it's lot the ends of the world, because it's hard to get space or shoot somewhere, because there's too many players crowded and it will be an impossible shot unless there's a gap and you don't match up. Tip 20. It's rather be safe than sorry. Always clear the ball in dangerous situations and don't let the opponent has freebies opportunities. Next tip. I forgot to show you all my settings and what I use to defend so good. If you like, you can adjust and change these settings. Enjoy. For my graphics, high quality is the best. I understand if you have a bad phone or something happened to your phone and you have to lower the quality in FPS, do what's best for your phone. And for my play settings, here are they. If you like, you can adjust and what's best for you. If you face yourself in this situation, your best chance is forcing him to the baseline and letting him take a tough shot. When opponent is taking a corner and you're faced in this situation, just know it's difficult to score. While all these players crowded, you should match up and you should get the ball back. And when you face a situation where corner taker calls for a close pass, do this. Call for a second defender and control one of your players. Go and defend the nearest player so you can cut off any passes that leads to curl shot or an opportunity to score. Next tip, be cautious when slide tackling, because if you failed or missed the tackle, your player will end up in the floor and you're disadvantaged when defending. It will create chaos. Now let's get into some tips when defending on online matches or my league. While you have low connection and lagging, your main priority is creating deflection. To do this, right before you opponent make a pass, you should tap on matchup. You'll get more deflection trusts. Next tip. I know it's not a defensive tip, but that is your bad decision. When having the ball when playing on one-bar connection games, I recommend to clear the ball when in your side pitch area. When the opponent is in the corner and baseline area, always stay back. My advice be around the box line area or inside the box. Wait till your opponent make a move and try to cut them off. When a fast players beat your defense and is getting a through pass, your best chance is to goalkeeper early, because if you don't, then opponent will score. And here I was, wait to goal rush, and it's resulted in a goal for the opponent. Another advice is when it's kickoff, try not to lose the ball, because quick counter players will score off that easily. To become a defend better while having a possession game play style, you should know how to apply pressure, call a second defender, and match up. When playing on one-bar connection games, both you and the opponent has bad connections, you should use second defender pressure up. Way more often, it will help pressure and get the ball most of the time. When you're playing on bad connection game, when it's a goalkeeper kick, I advise you to apply pressure and match up. It will help you get more scoring opportunities. Let's get into some situations and what to do when you get in them. When your center back is beaten, your main priority is defending the running man that doesn't have the ball, because most of the time he will end up scoring if not guarded. Now, when faced in this situation, here's what I'll do. In this situation, I'll stay back and wait for what the opponent will do. But while I'm staying patient, I'll call for my second defender to apply pressure. When opponent is attacking and is inside the box, don't ever commit to one side, and sorry I did that. always slow down and stay in front of your defender. Rather, you should beat them to an area, and when you see them slow down or shoot the ball, match up, you'll either block the shot or get the ball. If you faced in this situation, I would match up or control the defender in front and try to block the shot, because this is one of the easiest shots to hit. Next tip is tackling. Best advice I can give you is aim to tackle at area. Or where's the player going to? I knew he was going to spin or do a skill move to move back. So therefore I tackled. It's not about tackling the player, it's about the slide tackling in a certain area. If you use my settings, you'll have semi-auto, switching, and assistance. If the opponent passes the ball, pressure and hold matchup. When it's a free kick for the opponent in a one-bar connection game, you should still apple pressure, and if you're losing, apply pressure aggressively. Best way to apply pressure is call for second defender pressure and match up on the player you're controlling. When you're playing an online match and you don't have good connection, don't take risk and chances. Clear the headers, clear the lob passes. This will help you concede goals. When you faced in this situation where the opponent has the ball on the wing side and is inside the box, force him to the baseline. It's super difficult to hit weak side shots. I rather opponent take a shot in the same side than having an opponent shoot a curler shot. More corners tips if the opponent is dumb enough and passes the ball out the box. Match up and apply pressure. When opponent is attacking and you're in a rush type defense, match up and keep holding match up, because if you don't, you'll lose engagement while pursuing the other attackers. And in this situation, I let go of the match-up button and the opponent scored easily. One key thing to concede goals is what you do when you get the ball. Don't make silly passes like I did here. Be careful and cautious when passing, because it will lead to opponents scoring goals. Next tips: when you miss a tackle or a matchup situation, get back in formation, because if you don't, you'll be playing defense form behind. When it's a goalkeeper kick and playing on one-bar internet connection, still apply pressure, and to do that, match up and bring a second defender to cut the passing lines. When the opponent looks the A curler or finesse shot, you should always bring a second defender. Curlers are hard to hit. Passing back to your goalkeeper after a header is underrated. You should do this more often, but I do recommend doing it when your opponent is fair and has no chance of getting the ball. Sometimes, Efootball gods will reward you with the most beautiful post saves.
Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you, for you, for you, for you, for you.
Okay, I want y'all to see this almost curler goal. Damn it, should have went in. Could have gotten a goal here. Lookman Efootball is insane.
In the sky, gazing far into the night, I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you.
And tip 51, have a good goalkeeper at all times. Having a good goalkeeper will take you a long way. Trust, but this is the end of the video, guys. If you enjoyed this, please like the video and subscribe.